boy, that was irritating. All right, guys. I'm going to try not to let that ruin everything else tonight. So, just because everything seems to be the worst, can you guys give me a mic check and or just let me know that everything looks okay? And I'll tell you all about it. All right. Well, I can certainly finish getting ready now. Bill's thumbnail thought broke YouTube. They thought it was some sort of sexy show. Love it. All right, can you guys see me? Everything's good? Good audio? Good video? Cool, thank you guys. All right, so I'll keep this real brief because God knows what happened. So I just deleted the old stream, created a new one, and it immediately worked. So I don't know what's going on, but I'll deal. Anyway, hi everybody. Happy Friday night. So this is going to be my first real live stream kind of tasting thing. Blind tasting, I should say. So I did technically do one of these a little while back, and I did it on Johnny Walker. But it wasn't, I don't know if it was blind per se, but I had all of the Johnny Walkers. I poured them all in, and I kind of tried to pick out which one was which. This is going to be a little bit more usual style, where it's which ones do I like the most, despite like price point or ABV or anything about it, just name in general. Figured I'd go all bourbons because they're all basically the same color. And instead I also went for All Heaven Hill because I happen to have quite a few of them. So I also went out and bought one last night, just the regular Larceny, because I had finished off my bottle. So let me kind of tell you guys, I obviously have a few things to get through tonight, and significantly less time to do it because those of you that are patrons of Bobby and Sam from My Whiskey That She Wines, they have their Hookers and Bookers episode tonight. You got to be a patron, but at $1, you can get in, and I can tell you for my own experience, 100% worth it. Really fun stories. It's like watching Cops, except you know who the person is, and the stories are a little bit more colorful. So, including $60 for a certain item, or activity, I guess you'd call it. All right. So, YouTube, for whatever reason, did not want me streaming at 1920. So the image might look a little crappy tonight. So let me tell you what I've got on this table. And I went all the Heaven Hill brands I have, despite whether they were rye or bourbon. So speaking of which, so Pikesville rye is one of them. And then we have regular Larceny. Then we have Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. That's the B519. Then we have Elijah Craig. I'm right at the bottom of this bottle. And then we have Evan Williams, which, funny enough, I feel bad for not knowing this. I did not know this was a Heaven Hill brand. So, surprising. Then we have the Larceny Barrel Proof as well. And Bernheim. So, Bernheim Original in this case. So that's what I have spinning here on the wheel. And I'm going to kind of, I would hope that the rye and that the two barrel proofs are going to stick out. But who knows? I'm going to go in this with as few expectations as I possibly can. So Steve A., thank you very much for the Discord plug. Anybody who's not in Discord, you guys are... what are you doing? What are you doing? All right. First, I was going to spend a minute on this, but I'll just do like 2 seconds on this. I wanted to do something different because I've started getting more patrons lately, and I thought it was worth calling them out on a live stream. So I made a little thing, but the ones in yellow, those are newer patrons as of like in May, and the ones in green are ones who've upped their pledge. So I just wanted to say thank you to Adam, Doug, Mike, Craig, David, Brent, King Jacked, and Avi, or Avi. I would guess Avi. So thank you guys very much for upping your pledges. So awesome. Let's get into some drinking. So, I did already have a couple margaritas earlier, which may have contributed to some of the technical difficulties, but you'll be happy to know I made real margaritas. They were lime juice, Contro, I think, and then, tequila. So that's it. And then some ice. So, and of course salt, but, none of this sour mix stuff, which not harping on the sour mix. That's good stuff. But I wanted to make real margaritas and they were damn good. I ended up having a couple of them. All right. So I have written a number on the bottom, or I shouldn't say I have written, my wife wrote a number on the bottom of all of these and wrote down what they were. And then I basically just figured I'll try them and check my score at the end. And just see which one I liked. So this is the first glass. So cheers, guys. I can already smell it from way over here, which makes me think it's Anderson? I don't know. As Bill was pimping hookers and bookers episode. Yeah, nice. Agavaro orange in them. Yeah, I don't know. Cointreau. Is that not how you say it? Did I say it wrong? Somebody tell me how you say it's not like Cointreau or something. I mean, keep in mind I'm from the Boston area, so the fact that I'm not stumbling over every word I say is magnificent. So it smells really good. All right. I don't. This is the first time I'm doing this. I don't know that I really want to like guess at what things are per se. I think I should just try them and then try to take notes if I like it or not. So that's what I'm gonna do. So cheers, guys. Okay. Ooh, that's hot. Okay. I'm definitely of the opinion that is a barrel proof of something. Now I'm gonna learn from the master Jason here and take some notes. So this one is letter D. So I'll say D is hot. Hot. And on the nose it's a little caramel. It's hold on a sec. Take a look at your Patreon listing. Just make it Steve A. At the very least, zap the trailing A. Did I do something wrong? Because I pretty much just copied and pasted. Where did oh, there's Steve, but I thought you were whatever. I'll take a look at it later. Either way, I'll correct if there's an issue. I'm of the opinion that this is probably the ECBP. But you know what? Actually, no. No, I'm gonna go with the Larceny barrel proof on this one. Because whatever, I am gonna guess because it's fun. I'm gonna guess that the D is the Larceny barrel proof. Just kind of based off some of the notes, but it's mostly just because it's crazy hot. All right, let's pick number 2. Obviously, I'm going a little fast through these because I don't want to step on their stream. And I killed 20 minutes. Thank you guys for hanging out, by the way. All right, so this one's a little bit more delicate. It's definitely not a barrel proof. This one is letter G. So let's just kind of write that down. I will get better at these, but let's figure it out. So, smelling this, I'm thinking that this one's probably closer to like 40 or 43%. I think this is going to be kind of a... I'm hesitant to say this is the Evan Williams because there's a little bit too much character there. Although I will say, over the course of the week, I've had most of these just to kind of refresh my memory a little bit. I was surprised. The Evan Williams drinks pretty well. Better than I expected. I kind of had it in my mind as being similar to Jack Daniels because I used to drink both of them pretty interchangeably when I was in my like early 20s and had no money. I would buy the Evan Williams instead of the Jack because I had no cash. All right, so... It's more heavy on the vanilla than anything, and you're gonna hear the same notes pretty much throughout all of these. But there's a sweetness there that's pretty prevalent. So I'm thinking it's got a higher corn mash bill here too. I think I'm gonna guess that this is the Bernheim. That's going to be my guess. And it's a 7-year. This is 45%, which feels a little high for what I'm smelling here, but let's go ahead and have a sip. I shouldn't be guessing before I even drink it. Cheers. Okay. Actually, that does drink a little higher than the 40 or 43% that I was thinking. So I'm gonna feel pretty confident in I'm gonna write 46%, and I'm gonna write Bernheim. I think that's going to be my guess there. So that's G. All right. How are we doing on time? Okay, I can slow down a little bit. Take a breath. How's everybody's week? Did you guys all have a good week? These COVID weeks are really going by very fast, at least for me. A lot of work during the week. Like I find that the work day doesn't end, but all of a sudden it's Friday night, and I get to look forward to these live streams. I like doing these live streams now. Doing them every single week, it's actually like really fun because I get to come up with a cool concept or a fun concept. I'm toying with the idea of doing something a little bit more routine across the month. For example, like 1 week I have a guest. 1 week I do maybe like a group thing with other whiskey tubers because those are always fun. Another week maybe I do some form of blind tasting. Another week there was a fourth thing I was going to do. Oh, the Wheel of Doom. I've got what's a week? I've got plenty of stuff that I can do. And I think it'd be fun to just kind of be like, oh, every second Tuesday I'm going to have a guest, or every third, not Tuesday, every second Friday I'll have a guest, or every third Friday I'll have the whiskey tubers on. That way you guys know if you really can't make it, that there's certain ones that you might want to tune into. But we'll see. All right. Cheers, guys. Let's take this one in. All right. Not much on the nose there. Something tells me this might be the regular larceny. Thanks to COVID, I've done 30 days straight and around 12 to 16-hour days. Lucky I get this 3-day weekend off. Well, King Jack, you are beating me. I've been putting in about 50-hour weeks, but I don't know. 16-hour days, I'm not sure what that comes out to, but it's a hell of a lot more. I mean, that's 2 days in a day. I don't know. I try real hard not to make anybody that works for me work over 8 hours, but it's tough sometimes, especially in software. You got these like early morning or late night releases and stuff, but I try to let people go if they come in early or come in late if they, stayed late the previous night. Try to do all that. Okay, so the nose on this is kind of unimpressive. So although it smells good, it's heavy in the vanilla caramel. It's not butterscotch per se. I don't know why I said per se because unnecessary, but it's not. It's more caramel and butter. Caramel and vanilla. One of these days I'm going to have a stream where I'm totally prepared like a half hour at a time. And you guys are going to see me and I'm just going to be like, what's up, guys? How's it going? Relaxed Bill. All right. So somebody mentioned this looks darker, and you're kind of right, actually. Let's have a taste of this one and see if I can figure it out. I'm thinking that actually could be the Evan Williams. It's got the aftertaste that I think Evan Williams has. No, Eric, no worries that you're late. I was about 20 minutes late, so it's all good. I'm glad to have you here. So let's see. Classic question. What are you all drinking at home right now? And also, in the comment, well, actually, I guess not in the comments, but the comments right here, I would love to know what kinds of blind taste. This is definitely Evan Williams. The aftertaste on that is totally. Oh no, the letter kind of wiped off. I used a dry erase marker because Sharpie was a little too permanent. All right, I'm gonna have to try to figure out what that is later. So I'll just say the one that I don't know, question mark, is Evan Williams. That's what I'm thinking. Green tea? What kind of whiskey is that? Too many workout hours and a bad woman is untenable. Lose the woman and it's doable. Yeah, a good woman is it helps a lot, man. It really does. I mean, for example, like my wife, she was like, hey, I'll put the kids to bed. You can go get all set up for your stream and everything. And I was working on some of this stuff, like the little graphic at the bottom and actually that Patreon screen. I took a little bit of time to do that. And then there were a few other things, and I was doing some research and I was getting everything ready. I don't know. Whatever. It needs to use wet erase, not dry. Yeah. Well, that would have been better, but lesson learned. All right, let's go ahead on to the next. Hey, Matt, nice to see you. Charles, no whiskey? Oh boy, I'm so sad. A lot of people are drinking Heaven Hill products tonight. I like it. Oh, is Cliff here? Oh, you said Cliff, not... Well, I mean, hi, Cliff. Read that as Clifton. He's usually a lot more talkative in the chat. So. Ooh, Redbreast 12. That's a good one. I was actually going to do Irish whiskeys for the blind tasting tonight. I was thinking about doing actually the 3 different spots and seeing if I could tell which one was which, but I came to realize they all do look very similar, so I'd need some sort of like a blacked out glass in order to do that properly, but... So I was at the store the other night, the liquor store, and I considered buying one of those like 1.5 liter monkey shoulders to go along with a video that I'm going to be recording pretty soon. And those things are just so big. I don't know, like the 1.5 liters of any whiskey it's fine. I mean, it's probably, what do you call it? It's probably practical, you know, as far economical, but they're just huge. Like, where do you even put something like that? On top of your refrigerator, I guess? I don't know. All right, let's go ahead and try a sip of this. Ooh. Okay. I'm thinking that might be the Pikesville, but okay. So this one's letter E. So let's see what. Well, I don't know what E is, but I'm thinking this one's Pikesville, and I was hopeful that Pikesville would kind of get the big monkey. I was a blended malt blind. You might have been the one that suggested that earlier this week too, Charles, but yeah, you know what? This is definitely the Pikesville. I'm noticing that the way that I'm able to tell any of these, really, is more off the finish than anything. Some of them just have a terrible finish. Some of them have a good finish. And in this case, this one's got a spicy finish. It's a little spicy. All right, so I'm going to write E down as being Pikesville. And I also realized that I'm kind of getting away from the whole, like, which one do I like the most? Instead I'm guessing again. I don't really know why I started doing that. So, I'm going to guess, because I've already started. I'm going to do the last 3, and then I'm going to go back through them, taste them all, and order them in my ranking. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. That's not what I wanted to do tonight, but I've already kind of done that for 4 out of 7. So I guess I'll keep going. But I'll keep in mind how much I like them or not. In case you can't tell, I'm terrible at this. My wife's favorite Wood Reserve Double Barrel Larceny ECBS, Crown Di Serono, and cranberry juice. That's a lot. Is that like mixing them all together, Matt? Ooh, Okay, sorry. I was trying not to be distracted by the chat, but I love this. All right, so Caleb says, hey, gents, having a hard time choosing a first Islay Scotch. I've had plenty of Highland and Speysides, but looking to break into Islas. Now, when I see a question like this, I'm always torn. Whether I want to suggest something that's a little bit... I mean, when somebody says they want to get into Islay, I usually assume that they're trying to get into a peated whiskey, right? Like, there's very few of them that aren't heavily peated. That's kind of the whole deal. So, I mean... I could say, hey, go get a classic Lottie and be unpeated. But I'm going to guess you're saying that you just want peated, right? Heavy peated. So I love Ardbeg 10, but it's heavy. Laphroaig 10 is one that's easy to get at a bar. But I don't think it's the best representation of what you can get from an Islay. Caol Ila is a good option as well, Caol Ila 12. Bowmore's... That's an interesting one, because if you want a Bowmore, I'm not sure that you're really doing that to get too much peat, but it also could be a really good gateway into it, because it's kind of peaty, you know? If I were going to introduce anybody to what Islay can do, I would just start them on Ardbeg 10, because it's probably one of my favorite Islay Scotches. I shouldn't even say probably. It's top 3 by far, so. All right. All right, so this one smells pretty good, actually. Okay, there's almost like a woody almost smokiness to this. That's pretty good. Add green spot. Yeah, I mean, 5 spots. Well, I can't get my hands on either one of those, Matt. Unless, I mean, even if you sent me a sample, I feel like it would be tough to do. Boy, I really screwed the pooch on this one. This one's a B. Okay. I should have just used a Sharpie and dealing with like a cleaner or something later. All right, so B might be my favorite so far. I think B is my favorite. And it tastes like an Elijah Craig to me. And I'm thinking it's the Elijah Craig barrel proof because it tastes really high ABV. I'm not confident if it's the Elijah Craig barrel proof or if I'm just having the whiskey equivalent of illusions of grandeur about the regular Elijah Craig. But I think the Elijah Craig is typically a lot more timid than this. So I'm gonna guess this is the ECBP. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the other two. But because I'm already kind of now aware, this is gonna be. I'm gonna order this. You guys can't see that. All right, whatever. I'll show you at the end. So I'm gonna put them in an order here, and just because I'm kind of remembering how these are, I'm gonna completely go back on what I just said. Just based off smell, I'm going to kind of remember. So I think that's Pikesville, but either way, like I love the smell of this one. I'm going to put that either second or third so far. You know, stickers is totally the smart thing to do. And this is why I have you guys. So that next time I do this, I won't be 20 minutes late and I'll do it way better. And I will. I guarantee it. This one, oh, you know what? This actually smells a little bit like black licorice. Which one's this? This is D. I'm going to write down that D smelled like black licorice. But it didn't. I don't really like black licorice, but this smells good. All right. Hold on a sec. Now, where it has the taste, though, it's still pretty good. That's gonna be number 3 or 4, I think. This one's gonna move to closer to the end. And this one's higher ABV, but you know, you're right. The licorice does sound like the rye, but it doesn't drink like a rye. I could be totally wrong. It's actually why I wrote that down, because I think this will be interesting to go back over. Now this one's another higher. I am such an ABV whore. Like, I have something high alcohol and I'm just like, oh, I like that. I think I just like to get drunk. So this one's going to go right behind number 3 here, because I'm not sure which order I'm going to put that in. All right. How am I doing on time? 20 more minutes. Perfect. Oh, Rogue's Banquet. Nice. Excellent. What do you think? What do you think of the Rogue's Banquet, Cliff? Compass Box is one that I have not done nearly enough of. And a big reason for that is that I feel like the Scotch Test Dummies, they've got Compass Box on lockdown. And they do such a better job, I think, than I do. Or than I would do with the Compass Box. So I like letting them do it, and I actually like watching their stuff to see if it's something I want to buy. I haven't reviewed a Compass Box in a long time. I think I've done 3 of them. I did the Oak Cross, I did the Peat Monster, and I did another one. Maybe I did only do 2. I liked the Oak Cross a lot. I'm similar to Jason from the Mash and Drum. I like French Oak. I like the way that French Oak plays with whiskey. High Proof Whores Unite. I love it. High Proof Whores. That's good. Excuse me. All right. The nose on this one's unimpressive. So I'm thinking one of the lower tier guys. But so part of the problem too is I know the taste of most of these. I've had quite a bit of them all, except for the Bernheim. This is my first ever bottle, and that's all that I've drank of it. So I haven't really developed a taste for it at all, but it is a wheat whiskey, so that's something that at least should make it stand out a bit, but who knows. The one thing about Compass Box is although their stuff is very good, their artwork is where I love it. I feel like Compass Box, they're trying to appeal to the collector. because they do these limited runs of a lot of things with crazy awesome artwork and, I mean, really, honestly, good whiskey. So it's like, here's this awesome piece that looks great, it tastes great, and it's limited. Collector's dream, right? And even their regular stuff is very good. Hedonism is fantastic. I mean, most of them are, I shouldn't just list them because I'll say, oh, that's fantastic. Oh, that's fantastic as well. That's Sarah's battle cry that she introduced me to. I'm a proud member of the High Proof Horrors Brigade. Oh, all right. I have the Oak Cross, but it's sort of average to me. I'm not fond of the Black Pepper Ding at the finish. I want to join you with some Heaven Hill, but the bottle I have scares me. So, Kilco, which bottle do you have? I like the smell of this one. I wonder... Hold on. I know I said that the smell originally was pretty kind of unremarkable, but it grew on me a little bit, and it's starting to be a little sweet, and I'm starting to think that this might be the Bernheim. What number is this? I'm going to put that as my guess. All right, so A I'm going to guess is the Bernheim. All right. But I am also going to put that closer to the end, because it's fine. Tastes fine, but it's not my favorite. All right. Whole lot of coins today. Sorry, that was probably way louder than I wanted it to be. I just thought that would look cool, and it didn't, and it was loud, and I'm the worst. I apologize. All right. Put that up there with the heavy vanilla. All right, this one smells pretty good too. All right, so Heaven Hill Quality House Mild and Mellow Kentucky Blended Whiskey. I haven't had it. I don't know. So I'm going to hang some stuff on this wall this weekend. So the next time I do a live stream down here or possibly record some videos, you guys will see. I might have... Did I already guess one? No. Yes, I did guess one was the Bernheim, actually. I guess the second one that I tried was the Bernheim, so that'll be interesting. I might have to give that another guess in just a minute. Okay. This one has a unique taste among all of them. Buy some stickers for next blind. Thank you, King Jagged. Appreciate that. You know what? I absolutely will. I think we have some left over from a yard sale we did a while ago. I'm gonna have to do that. You're a funny guy. That's good. It's a little higher ABV. I'm not confident that that's a barrel proof high, though. It could just be like a 46. Or a 50 maybe. I don't remember the barrel the ABV on all of these. It was a gift from my brother. But yeah. All right. So Joey Shortpants. He just said something about the Ardbeg drum. And I'm trying to remember, was it the drum or the grooves that a lot of people didn't like? And I think it was both. But I think people liked the grooves a little bit more than the drum. But I'm curious, what do you guys think? I have tried them both. I wasn't a fan of either one. But I don't remember which one was just generally kind of dismissed. Okay. This one's a little bit bland, I guess. What letter is this? So this is F. So now I can guess which. So A, B. So that must be C, D, E, F. I thought there is a G. Yeah. So the one that I didn't know was a C. Okay. Okay. So let's put F. All right. So I have an order here, and I'm gonna make some decisions. I don't know what the F is. I'm trying to think of what I haven't guessed. So there's the Larceny Barrel Proof, which was my first guess. The Bernheim, which I guessed twice. The Evan Williams, the Pikesville, and the ECBP. So I didn't guess Elijah Craig, and I didn't guess regular Larceny. So I'll try to figure those out as I go along. But all right, so I'm gonna taste the one that I suggested originally was my favorite, and see if I'm still a fan. Yeah, definitely still a fan. That's B, which I said was probably the ECBP. All right, so I'm going to put a number 1 next to that. I don't see anything else beating that. That's currently my favorite, was the ECBP, which is not a huge surprise. Everything about it is just, I love it. All right, so E, I had tied with G. And I guessed E was Pikesville and G was Bernheim the first time I guessed that. Let's see. Kilco, just kill your account and come back in. I would love to just buy like 10 Kilhomans and just do something with that. I feel like if I had that many Kilhomans, I could just rule the world. Like, such a good whiskey. Ooh, that's hot. All right. I kind of forget occasionally smelling these when something's going to be high ABV because I have no idea. So I just shove my big old stupid nose right in the glass and inhale, and good stuff. All right. On the nose, I prefer this guy. Taste is pretty good. You know what? This one's probably higher ABV. This is G, which I guessed was Bernheim, actually. So I'm definitely going to change that guess. I've already guessed the ECBP and the Larceny Barrel Proof, though. So what would drink hotter than its actual ABV? What do we have? All right, so the Pikesville is 110, which Larceny's 92. Bernheim is 90. Actually, I guess these are all pretty high ABV, huh? And that one's 94. Okay, so they're all kind of high ABV. So that's interesting. I was under the impression that, I mean, other than Evan Williams, which I have to believe is 40%, 43%. Boy, I feel like a noob. How did I not know Evan Williams was 43%? Oh well. Maybe, Evan Williams didn't like change their ABV in the last 10 years, have they? I can't imagine they did. You want to be disappointed with Kilhoman? No, I don't know, man. I'm a big fan. Like, I've tried maybe 3 or 4 of them, and I've liked them all. They're, I don't know. There's also something, like, the part of me that likes to collect stuff, it tickles my brain a little bit that they're all, like, these different colors, and they're all the same exact packaging in different colors. I just want to have all of them. So, all right, back to these. Because I think I'm running out of time here. I got about 9 minutes left. So I'm gonna guess. Or shouldn't say guess. At this point, I'm done guessing. Like, whatever I put down here is what I'm guessing. There was one that I just didn't know, and that's fine. So E versus G. One more second. Okay, I figured out. So G is going to be... You know what? No. I think G is higher ABV, but I like the taste of E more. So that's what I'm going to do. All right, so let's see. D is kind of bland on the nose. Let me try some water. This is fun. I see why like Bourbon Sane and Jason do this. I think the Bourbon Junkies do blind tastings as well. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have that like terrible looking little box that they both use, which I'm sure was cobbled together, and I love that they did that. Actually, looks like you just use little pin nails in it with some plywood. Is anybody else out there kind of like a woodworker, but like a hobbyist, not really very good, but can build stuff? I'm just curious. The engineering part of me just immediately took to woodworking, but it was more about drawing out the plans and figuring out how I was going to build it. And then at the end, I was like, well, I figured everything out. I might as well put the thing together. And then I would just cut everything and came good. I built 2 bookshelves that I, they're long and they're, 3 shelves or 4 shelves, and been using them for like 5-6 years at this point, and they're sturdy as hell. I could stand on the things. So, all right, I'm going to move this one down a little bit. I don't really think that one's great. Sorry, I'm burping. Not even a little bit. That's great. My partner with Brothers of the Dram does woodwork. So you're saying that your partner's all about the wood, huh? That's how I read that. Thank you. I Whiskey She Wins. I'm gonna guess that's Bobby, but I'm not sure. I can't tell. Unless one of you's talking about Satan's, things. It's hard to tell. Okay, I'm feeling pretty confident in my order here, but I do want to try this one again. Yeah. All right. So, here we go. Ooh, I totally just almost spilled that. All right. So I've ordered them properly. First off, let's see how I did as far as my guesses, because I think that'll be fun. All right. So I have the list over here that my wife wrote down. All right. So my number one. Actually, so what should I do? I guess, you know what? This will be easier. I'll go from start to finish of the way that I ranked them, and then I'll tell you guys if I was right on any of them. Which, total crapshoot. All right, so this one is B. My favorite was B, which is Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. Okay, so Elijah Craig Barrel Proof B519, my favorite. Awesome. Nice. Nice to see you, Bobby. All right, so E. I'm totally going to be tuning into your stream while I'm editing, by the way, which is going to be terrible for my productivity. All right, so E was my second choice, and E is Pikesville. I'm not terribly surprised by that. I've always been a huge fan of Pikesville. Thank you very much, Bobby. Appreciate that. It's funny, a lot of us whiskey tubers, we just trade money to each other. YouTube's the only one really winning here. But it's still really nice to see. So thank you very much. I appreciate that. All right, G was Larceny Barrel Proof. That was my third pick. Also feeling very good about that. Cool. I'm happy. Like, I know that sounds a little silly, but like those are 3 of my favorite recent whiskeys that I've been having, at least from those categories. All right, so F was my 4th choice, which is Evan Williams. That's surprising. Right in the middle was Evan Williams. Very interesting. I'll be honest with you, I was trying real hard not to have a bias. The only thing I wanted for myself was not to pick Evan Williams as my favorite. I feel like I would have lost some subscribers if I had said like, holy shit, this is amazing. But you know what? Who knows? All right, I should make it a habit to throw something really crappy into my blind tastings just in case, just for that extra little bit of fear. All right, so my 5th choice was D, and at this point it really was on the last 3 they were all kind of together. So D was Bernheim. That was my 5th choice, and then A was Elijah Craig, which I'm surprised that came in so far towards the end. And then the last one I think was C, which was Larceny. So that's crazy to me. Elijah Craig and Larceny were my last picks. That's interesting. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm just absorbing that for a minute because I actually really like Larceny and Elijah Craig, but that's very odd and interesting. But oh well, let's see how I did as far as guesses. All right, so I guessed that B was ECBP, which it is. Fantastic. I guessed that E was Pikesville, and it was. Hell yeah. I guessed that G was Bernheim, but it wasn't. It was the Larceny Barrel Proof. So, wrong. By the way, Bobby, I noticed in the other stream that you commented on how my thumbnail was like I made it. I photoshopped in the blindfolds, just wearing a blindfold. Totally did, and I actually kind of did that because I thought it'd be ridiculous and funny. I was trying to go for Bird Box, if you guys ever watched that movie. A little bit of that, and I was trying to get that type of blindfold just with a transparent background, but whatever, it didn't work out. All right, so F, that was the one I did not know, and F was Evan Williams. Okay, so that was the one I didn't know off the top of my head, so that's fine. D, I guessed, was Larceny Barrel Proof, and it was Bernheim. Wow, I was real off on that one. A was Elijah Craig. I guessed it was Bernheim, so that's fine. I was pretty off at that point. And then the last one was C, which was Larceny, and I guessed it was Evan Williams. So let's see, I got that one wrong. I was like half. I think I got 4 wrong and 3 right. But I mean, I never really put myself out there as being good at that part. But that was fun. That was actually really fun. I'm gonna do this better next time for sure. Just push Sandra Bullock's head on my body. Now that would be funny, especially if I was like, and just have her head doing her stupid, like, never aging face. But anyway, all right, so it's 10 o'clock. I don't want to eat into Bobby and Sam's time. This was really fun. Thank you guys for bearing with me as I not only had technical issues, but also figured out what the hell I'm doing with a blind taste. And I'm happy with the results. I guessed 3 that I really like as my top 3. And that's awesome. That kind of is reassuring. So thank you guys all for joining me here on the Whiskey Dictionary. And I hope you have a great rest of your night. So cheers. Bye.